Is accountability a gift? Hi, I'm Bob Ramsey, and there's a classic social experiment about feedback that you may have heard about. If we were together, we could do it in real life, but for now, just imagine there's a room full of people with 3 people on the outside who know nothing about what's going on. And the people in the class all choose a random object. Let's say it's a coffee mug. And the idea is, the experiment goes that people are going to come in one by one and try to find this coffee mug. But there's a catch. You can't use any words. They have to only use claps or boos as a class. And here's what usually happens. The first person walks into the room, and every time he takes a step towards the coffee mug, the class starts to cheer and clap. And the person doesn't know what's going on, but he takes another step towards it, class cheers, takes a step away, there's silence. And he's kind of confused, doesn't know what's going on, but he eventually starts to take some more moves and hears the claps, and this works. Eventually he finds the coffee mug. The second person comes into the room, and this person comes into the room as dead silent. He moves one step away from the coffee mug, and the whole class boos loudly. And he's startled. He doesn't know what to think of this. And he makes another move away from the coffee cup, and he gets booed again. There's only one right way, and there's a million wrong ways, and he doesn't know what it is. So he makes another step, he gets booed again. It seems like every time he makes a move, he gets booed. So he eventually shuts down, doesn't make any more moves, and doesn't usually find the coffee mug. Then there's a third person. And this third person walks into the room, and every time he moves towards the coffee mug, he gets cheered, and when he moves away from the coffee mug, he gets booed. So suddenly he's in a room full of boos and cheers, and he learns very quickly to move towards the cheers and away from the boos. He knows exactly what to do, it seems like, and finds the coffee mug in less than half the time that the first person did. And this gives us 3 very clear lessons for leaders. Lesson 1 is you need to give your people positive feedback. Nobody found the coffee cup that didn't get some kind of positive reinforcement when they made a move in the right direction. I think it's amazing that people can do a task that they have no idea what it is about, they have no context, but they can get it done if they get enough praise. The second lesson is that if you don't give people negative feedback, you're wasting your time. Without negative feedback, people are kind of unsure of themselves. They stumble around and hesitate, and they trying to figure out what's going on. But the people who receive both positive and negative feedback don't have this confusion. It looks almost like they enter the room and they go right for the coffee mug. It's almost like they knew what they were looking for ahead of time. It's really a remarkable thing to see in person. And the final lesson is that people don't mind getting booed if they also get cheered. When they interviewed the participants afterwards, the people who only got boos hated being booed. And they took offense to it and they thought it was unfair. But the people who received both praise and boos didn't mind it at all. Why? Because they won. They always found the coffee mug before frustration set in. And the negative feedback simply pointed them down the right path. It felt fair because it pointed them towards the cheers. So it didn't really bother them. The reality is that accountability is a gift. The science tells us that it improves learning, it increases job satisfaction, and it leads to greater financial success. It helps people to win. And it gives them confidence because they're telling them they're on the right path. So you don't have to fear it. You don't have to avoid it just because when you've done it correctly, people really appreciate it. Just like in the experiment, it's a gift that people love to get. For the past several decades, I've been teaching and training leaders how to hold their workers accountable. For just a few simple techniques, you can hold your own team accountable without resentment, frustration, or helplessness. And this works whether you lead remote workers volunteers, or highly paid executives. The principles of accountability will open the future for you if you just remember that accountability is a gift.
Hi, I'm Bob Ramsey, and if you like what you see, like, subscribe, and comment below. I'd love to have a conversation with you.